Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman.
Here.
Mr. Mattern.
Here.
Dr. Scarpone.
Present.
Mr. Fiscal Officer is out. Solicitor, Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrella.
Present.
Administrator, Mr. Kasegi.
Present.
Mr. DiStefano.
Here.
Mr. Spence here. Mrs. Dameron.
Here.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Due to the Fiscal Officer being out, can I get a motion to appoint Randy Spence as clerk and/or secretary of this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DiStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
All right. Council, I need a motion to approve our minutes from our last meeting, Wednesday, September 18th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Abstain.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DiStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Is there anyone wishing to speak before council this evening? Go ahead, sir. Come on up. Just state your name, where you're from,
Address.
address, occupation if you want.
My name is Tom Simone, and I'm a resident of the village of Wintersville. I've got two issues, and I'll be very brief with both. My first issue, I'd like to read to you a letter that I'm sending to the editor of the Herald-Star tomorrow regarding the police levy. My name is Tom Simone, and I am a Wintersville village resident. I'm also a fiscal conservative, a proponent of limited government and low taxes. Regarding the Wintersville police levy, I'm not normally in favor of high taxes, but I am in favor of smart community investments. I have spent some time researching this issue, and based on that research, I support the levy and urge the voters in Wintersville to support it as well. This levy is so much more than a tax. It's an investment in Wintersville and its police force. The police levy is not just about funding, it's about maintaining a standard of safety we've come to rely on in our community. One of the most important roles our police officers play is to build trust in the community. By investing in our police department, we can ensure officers are visible in the neighborhoods, interacting with residents, working to prevent crime before it happens. The Wintersville Police Department is an asset to our community and worthy of this investment. This levy will help retain officers. The Wintersville Police Department has been a feeder system for other departments and agencies, and this levy will help provide more stability within the police department through retainment. The challenges facing law enforcement today are more complex than ever, and continuity in the workforce is an underappreciated need. 24/7, 365 days a year police force means faster response times and the ability to have officers available to proactively address crime before it happens. I understand any increase in taxes can feel like a burden. When we look at what this levy really means for our community, the cost is a small price to pay for the security and peace of mind it brings. In fact, failing to support this levy would have consequences that could be far more costly in the long run. Public safety, property value, and quality of life, to name a few. When we invest in our police department, we're investing in the collective future of this community. We're investing in safe schools, secure businesses, and neighborhoods where families can grow and thrive. A vote for this levy is a vote for a stronger, safer community. I urge the voters in Wintersville to support our community by voting yes for this levy. I applaud the village for making tough decisions for the betterment of this community. I applaud the Wintersville Village Council for unanimously voting to place this levy on the ballot. Governing is not always easy. If it was, anybody could do it, and I appreciate the work they all put into this village, and I sign my name. The other thing I'd like to mention is I saw on the agenda tonight a lot of declaring an emergency, and I've come to understand why that's a thing here. If there's unanimous agreement on an issue, it allows an issue to move forward faster. That is a mark of efficiency, should not be a criticism of this body. Those are my comments tonight, and thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for coming. Hey, Anyone else wishing to appear before council this evening? All right, I will turn it over to our solicitor for our ordinances and resolutions.
The first ordinance is 2024-58, an ordinance creating and adopting a council rule and codified ordinance numbered 111.02 entitled Elected Official Attendance, governing the attendance of elected officials at council meetings for the Village of Wintersville. I believe this is the second reading.
Yeah.
Next is resolution number 2024-60, a resolution providing for additional estimated revenue for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for 2024-60.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to accept Resolution 2024-60.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Ordinance number 2024-61, an ordinance providing for amending and revising the appropriations of expenditures for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2024-61.
So moved.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to accept ordinance 2024-61.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Ordinance 2024-62, a resolution providing for transfer and establishing estimated revenue for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2024-62.
Second. Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to accept ordinance 2020, was that resolution? Motion to accept resolution 2024-62.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Resolution number 2024-63, a resolution providing for additional estimated revenue for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2024-63.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to accept resolution 2024-63.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Resolution number 2024-64, a resolution providing for a decrease in the estimated revenue for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2024-64.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to accept resolution 2024-64.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence. Yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Resolution number 2024-65, a resolution providing for additional estimated revenue for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for Resolution 2024-65.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
Motion to accept Resolution 2024-65.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
Ordinance number 2024-66, an ordinance providing for amending and revising the appropriations of expenditures for the Village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules, motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2024-66.
I'll second it.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
I'll make a motion to accept ordinance 2024-66.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
Ordinance number 2024-67, an ordinance authorizing the Village of an ordinance authorizing the village administrator to dispose of personal property of the Village of Wintersville, Ohio, to wit, a 2010 International S30 plow truck, VIN number 1HTWAARIAJ275076.
Is it just the first read?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Next is ordinance number 2024-68, an ordinance authorizing the village administrator to dispose of personal property of the Village of Wintersville, Ohio, to wit, a 2006 Ford Expedition model number EPT, VIN number 1FMPU16546LA97251. I believe this is also a first read. And last is ordinance number 2024-69, an ordinance providing for amending and revising the appropriations of expenditures for the Village of Wintersville, Ohio for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2024-69.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
I make a motion to accept ordinance 2024-69.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dearman?
Yay.
All right.
I have a question on those. Wasn't there two more vehicles? Or is that
We
next
haven't got the
meeting?
ordinances ready yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll be the next meeting.
all right.
All right, on to our announcements. Wintersville Fire Department Gun Bash is this Saturday, October 5th, 2024 at St. Florian Hall. Wintersville's Trick or Treat is Thursday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. Our leaf pickup will be held on Monday, November 4th, Tuesday, November 12th, and Monday, November 18th. Please rake your leaves to the curb or the ditch line. Do not rake them into the street. Our Christmas parade this year will be on Sunday, December 8th at 4 p.m. All right, on to reports and communications. Magistrate Court for the month of September 2024. City revenue was $15,362. State revenue was $3,604. Other revenue was $194. for a grand total of $19,160 for September of 2024. Police report for the month of September 2024. We had 141 complaints, 96 traffic arrests, 0 criminal arrests, 9 accidents, 19 cases, 16 alarm calls, 18 juvenile cases, 1 nuisance, 232 incoming calls, 4 parking violations, 1 vehicle impound, 8 canine requests, and 22 auxiliary hours. Code enforcement for September of 2024. Licenses, we had 12 for a total of $900. Permits, we had 18 for $675, bringing the grand total $1,575 for September of 2024. All right, Mr. Lockhart, are you ready, sir?
Good evening, Council. Robert Locker, your representative, the village representative to BHJ and Steel Valley Transit Association. I'll give a report tonight, September 18th, in a packet that is sent to the attention of the mayor and Dr. Scarpone. In there is a rather lengthy report covering the planning activities of BHJ covering the fiscal year 2024. And that goes from 2023 to 2024, the end of June. In there, it spells out some of the major activities being completed by BHJ. If you want to look at these activities and accomplishments, you can contact these representatives to get copies of the actual report. That's prepared at the request of the U.S. Department of Transportation. The other thing is the bridge study, still pending. West Virginia has not come to a decision with regard to their examination of the bridge as to the future. The funding for that bridge, $87 million, has been set aside for a new bridge for the future. But nothing has been accomplished to date, waiting on the West Virginia report. Secondly, rather lengthy discussion with regard to the bike trail from Washington, D.C. to Washington State. They have quite a bit of it accomplished and completed. Big hang-up here is in West Virginia, Ohio, mainly concerning the West Virginia, the Market Street Bridge. Until that is completed, there's going to be a hold-up on that overall completion of that trial, of that bike trail. Other than that, rather lengthy report. I think if you have a chance to just go over it, you can see what West Virginia, and BHA has done for not only our area and the other 2 counties across the bridge, but mainly it affects us here in Wintersville, though not we of late specifically have not received any initial funding for any major repairs, any lighting, any upgrade or report, roadway and all. It covers the whole area with regard to the activity they complete. Next, I'll go over Steel Valley meeting. That was accomplished on September 19, and that was main parts of that. They have several things which I'll go over as quick as I can. Mainly affected Cross Creek Township. The survey is still pending with regard to EM Media, looking into that to provide the results of the people in that community to see if they want to become part of Steel Valley. That would entail not necessarily a levy for that area, but the cost, the acceptance by the people, and the cost involved in the individual use of the bus service. I think it'll be done eventually, and I think the Cross Creek trustees are involved with it, and it's a matter of EM Media getting this thing done so it can be instituted down the road, whatever the desire of the people. As far as the bus terminal downtown, that will benefit the area, the Steubenville, the Wintersville area, because of the fact that potentially that would be a site of a new building garage for charging of new buses that lies in the future. So that is still in the process of being evaluated with core samples being completed by our consultant in Columbus, Ohio. As far as a new bus wash installation is pending with regard to the completion of applications being sent out to the general overall national nationally, so that individual companies can look into it and entertain the possibility of putting its service in. As far as in the front page of the Herald Star on the 23rd of September, there was quite a lengthy write-up with regard to the benefits of Steel Valley and the levy proposal. And all I can say is I think it was quite extensive, quite well completed, and we can just hope the people look at it and get it passed. It's important. Several other things. There's been a association that Steel Valley's been part of for the purpose of buying new buses, planning for the future funding-wise, and that association was organized several years ago, and Wintersville and not Winters, but Steel Valley signed on to be part of that organization. Other than that, there's other stuff, but it pertains to other areas than ours here at this time. Anything else you want to? I don't want to get into much more than that. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flockhart. Charlene?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Just a couple of short things. Like Bob was saying, Cross Creek still in process, and ridership to Robertson Township has really increased. And I talked to Tim. I stopped down there earlier today. Tim Turner and Sue, the president of Steel Valley, and they really want us to tell everyone. I know it's a lot of levies out there about they're pushing for the levy for SVRTA levy. I know we have levies out here too. That needs to pass also. That's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. All right, moving on to the mayor's report. Just want to thank Team Ford and the entire Terramana family. They donated $7,013.80. They did some work with the new K9 vehicle and donated a lot of accessories free of charge and doing a lot of installs for us. So we want to thank Team for that very much. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. That is all I have tonight. I will turn it over to our administrator.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Real quick, so in the executive session room that we all go in, and the auditors that go in there when they do their audits, we've had a water leak. Well, we finally found the cause of it. That section of roof over there has not been replaced. It's the only part of the roof that's not been replaced. So that HVAC system was put in, I think, in 13. Come to find out, it's rusted underneath, under the brackets and everything, which is causing a leak. So Gunbar that put it in assessed the issue, had the roofing people up here. They looked at it. So what they're going to do is they're going to silicone around that area. It's going to buy us some time. And I asked the roofer, I said, how long do you think it is till that roof's going to need that section? It's like a 20 by 20 section. He said about 2 years. So maybe next year we could put in for a capital project because they're going to have to lift that unit out and then replace the roof and everything. So we got the room painted. We were going to get carpet put in, but we're holding off until this gets fixed because of the leaks. But that's kind of what's going on with that, and that's why the table's still out here, because we're not going to do anything until it's fixed. As some of the ordinances were regarding getting rid of property, we have an 06 Ford Expedition that's been replaced with a new K9. We're going to put that on Gov Deals. We have already sold the old truck, 21 plow truck. We sold it last week for it was like $1,800. It didn't run. It would run, but we weren't going to put a bunch of money into it. It could have been a fuel line or a fuel pump. Had the diesel tech guy come in, our mobile unit that we have, do the work. He says, this is what you're looking at. No use putting money into it. So they came and got it. We sold the trailer, the Eager Beaver trailer, for $3,800. Guy in Virginia bought it. So it's gone. And then truck number 24 will be the next one to go. And then we'll have the Expedition. So we'll be working on that as well. And that Gov Deals is all okayed by the state auditors. They prefer that. So the past couple of days, we've been doing training with our online pay app for the water bills, for utility payments, and for contractor's license and permits. We had training with them yesterday afternoon, Paystar. That'll be like our in-house portal for credit card payments and everything. We'll be using them hopefully within a couple of weeks. We'll start using them in-house. And then when we launch the online, that's what will come up, and you'll go through Paystar. It's all encrypted. Paystar will also be providing a phone number that you can call over by the phone if you don't want to do online. They're going to throw that in for free, which is nice. So, like I said, we're down to approximately 180 meters. I got 40 more meters in this week, but they didn't bring the transmitter part of it, the radio part, which I ordered. They didn't bring them in. So it's okay. We've installed a few this week, and I even learned how to install them, and that's pretty cool, I guess. The project for the water meter is going to be done. It's going to close out October 30th. Anything, like I said, 1,550 meters is what the project was for. We have 1,850 some meters, so we've been paying for the extra 300 and some. That's what we've been doing since. It's not a problem. We're getting it done. The catch basins on Woodridge is done. We got to do some asphalt and concrete work, but that's complete. North Avalon is almost complete as well. Thanks to Randy and his team of guys, they did a phenomenal job and saved the village a lot of money. They did excellent work. One thing that we had to do, probably the biggest cost, is we had to rent a track hoe, which we want to buy one. Our goal is to buy a mini track hoe, but we rented one, so that was about the biggest cost. But we saved thousands of dollars by them doing that, and they did phenomenal work. The state of Ohio did award us our prices for salt this year at $61.08 a ton. We were allotted 600. We put in for 600 tons. Also, thank you to Cross Creek Township for holding our salt that we have in excess. We got about 350 tons out there that we just couldn't fit into our place due to the mild winter, and as well as prior, they just ordered a lot of salt. So we went down from 1,550 tons, 1,500 tons in 22. We went down to 900 tons in 23 to 24, and then we're going to 600 tons next year. So we'll hopefully gauge it by the end of the year. Started talking with Michael Caruso from McCoy Wealth Management, who is our broker for health insurance. We're starting the talks for that. And I'm also looking at other property casualty insurance companies for 2025. So I started sending some requests out for that. As of right now, that's all I have. If anybody has questions.
I have two.
Yes.
You mentioned that October 30th will be closing out the water meter project,
Yes.
but that date is not the date that people can start paying online, is it?
Correct. No. It's just we're just closing the project out because it's been going on since 21. From COVID and everything, we're going to close it out. We fulfilled our 1,550 meters. Census has done their part with the computers, with everything. So right now we're like towards the end of integration. So we're going to have Census, Ohio software. That's going to be our new billing system. They're talking back and forth, person to person. Our computers are talking with their computers on the water meters. So everything is starting to read. There's a couple hiccups along the way, but it's a new project. Like I said, we've got we still have a lot of the restaurants to do yet, because a lot of the restaurants, the fire department, the village building, those are 1 inch to 3 inch meters. We have a 3 inch, I think, downstairs. The fire department has a 3 inch. So those meters we've ordered those things 4 months ago. They're way out. I do have an option of another company that it's not Census, but their meters will read with Census if I need to go that route. I know like McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's, and Burger King, we're going to have to talk with the managers, schedule a time, which would usually be probably before work or after work to install. So in case there's an issue, they're not without water with the restaurant being open. But we're getting everything taken care of. It's going smoother than I thought it would, just because of the new billing system, the new meter system, trying to get it closed out, trying to get these meters put in. But yeah, everything's working.
So we're looking up around the first of the year for online payment.
Oh, it'll be before that. My goal is to do way before that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because Captain Fabian, once we had training yesterday with the online app, we're ready to go live for in-house, and we're ready to get going. And if we get like maybe a week of in-house use, we can put it on the website. When Jason, we can launch it all at the same time and start doing it.
Okay. Question number 2, you mentioned that we get a roof leak over here, and it was on a small patch underneath the air conditioning unit?
Correct.
So is this an air conditioning unit where it's going to cost a lot of money to bring a crane in to lift it?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money to bring a crane in to lift that up and to fix that underneath, because number 2, they're going to have to redo the roof. That section.
We didn't do it because of the air conditioners on it.
Right. So, yeah, that'll be like a capital project. Like I said, I talked to Cal Cruz. They come in 4 times a year, and they do inspections, and anything below like 4-inch tear and below, they cover it. We pay like $400 a year for this maintenance, which is phenomenal. They give a detailed report. And every time we called, they come up. They're very nice. They're like, hey, this is what you're doing, So he said a couple years. And Mr. Gumbar was like, he says, to save a crane from coming in here, we're going to silicone this and try to see if it'll stop it till we to finish up the project. So.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You mentioned at the last meeting there were some streets that were in need of some, I believe, patchwork and repair. What's the update on those?
We got Eisenhower done, Powell's Lane's done, Two Ridges done, Garden Drive is done. We have a piece on Luray Drive to do. We have, we're going to have to do Woodridge Drive and now North Avalon at the intersection. And there's a couple other places, I think, where else?
They hit potholes today. On a lot of, they did
Okay,
a hole on
yeah.
Crawford and
Was a couple of sewer grates or concrete work that M&A had to finish up?
Yes, they've got a couple things to do too. We're going to scale back a little bit on the drains on that. Just we're going to get the worst ones out of the way first with that, and then but yeah, there was another section on Leonard Avenue that needed patched. So the stuff that's needed patched it's a lot. It's kind of big. So Davis does a great job with it. So that's why we're having them do it, and then our guys do the potholes. You're welcome. And then also the slow-moving signs on Crawford Avenue that was requested.
Children at play.
Yes, we got them. We're going to get them up.
Awesome, thank you.
Welcome.
all right. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Mayor.
On to unfinished business.
Did we get any rates from Optic Solutions yet?
I didn't get anything from them. Did you?
No, but I did talk with, I'm glad you brought that up. I did talk with Frank Baldwin from AEP yesterday. He came in and he told us about the prices coming down the pipe and everything. For 25 and 26, prices are supposed to be going up.
Well, with the hurricane and
Yeah,
everything, you can foresee that they're not going to go down.
Correct. He's saying next year, for the next year will be somewhat okay, but for 25 and the 26, count on 20% increase on insurance or on rates. So he gave me a website, Energy Choice through AEP, or it's a third party. Different things that I can look at, and different rates. About 7 cents, kilowatt, 6 cents. He said, stay away from variable, stay with fixed. Some are 6 months, some are 12 months. And I asked him, I said, any idea when the LEDs are going to get put in? He said, no. Now with the hurricane, he says, probably not for another year. I said, okay, because that's going to save us money with what they have now. So I'm going to look at, for the next council meeting I'm going to look at different things where we can negotiate, different rates and everything, for long term, for whatever. And we can opt out anytime we want. It's not like it was before. So he did give me some insight, and he's going around telling all the municipalities that, get ready. So.
We spoke on last meeting about the people that don't want to get their meters changed. Did you guys figure out a penalty?
So I talked with Jake this morning, and we are looking at one good thing about the new bill paying, the new bills that they're going to be sent out with the new company. We can type things on it right then and there. We can send you an email. We can send your bill through email. We don't have to type it out and put stickers and stamps on everything like you did in 1950. You can just move along, get it done fast because there's so many of them. Jake and I were talking about if we would have like a $100 fine for the first month, and if you don't call and schedule and in good faith get this thing ready to go, because a lot of people don't, for some reason, I found out that a lot of people do not like to leave their phone number or an email address for us to call them to get, if there's an issue. Like if there's an issue with your house and you're not home, we have no idea how to get a hold of you. We don't bother you. We just want to call if there's an issue or with the meter. So the girls out front we're doing research and everything, trying to get a hold of people. We got to knock at doors. But that's the biggest thing. So the first month it would be basically like $100 a month until you decide that you want to call and schedule your meter so we can get it swapped out. Somebody who's going to get a bill for $100 extra, we bet they're going to call the water department, but they won't call for anything else. We just want to get this done. We are down to less than 180 meters. I mean, we're 1,855 have been put in, minus the businesses that have above the 3/4 inch. That doesn't matter. So second month, another 100. Third month, we'll just come and shut your water off. I mean, if you want to keep paying that $100, which I don't think that you do, all we want to do is swap them out, swap the meter out, and we're out. And I think that will happen. And I know, Jake, if you wanted to add to that or anything, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the only thing we're still we're doing research on it to make sure that we have all the thoughts in a row for doing that for all of our ducks in a row rather for doing that under the Ohio Revised Code. We also discussed potentially for good cause shown. Once if you say you take 2 months to get in touch with us, for good cause shown, we may waive that fee if you give us good cause, and that will give them even more of an incentive. So they'll have either you can get this fee taken off if you comply, because it's not really meant to be punitive. It's meant to get you to comply. So I think that we discussed that. Anything will be done, we'll do it in an ordinance. We're not going to add it to the codified ordinances because we talked about we're not going to need to replace these except for probably every 30 years or more. So we'll pass it as an ordinance as a policy, but we will not add it to the codified ordinances. And you guys will you'll all have the final decision on whether or not it's passed as the council.
Thank you.
Definitely gonna be here then. 30 years, definitely ain't gonna be here then. Anybody else for unfinished business? All right. Moving on to new business.
I just want to make a comment to Mr. Simone that I appreciate your comprehension of the purposes of this council and the purposes of the Wintersville Police Levy, your insight, your views, and your positive comments. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to do pretty much the same thing and say thanks, Tom. Well, it's going to be a very good read on Sunday. Wintersville Golden Warrior Education showing through right there, brother. All right. And you bring up a great point about how there's way more emergencies than there has been, and you're spot on. But the reason that there are is because we're doing things a little differently. What you auditors have came on in and says you have got to adjust revenues and expenses. All this is a checks and balances to make sure fiscal accountability and responsibility. You go ahead and make a budget in December for next year, and in our packet tonight we had 12 pages of revenues, okay? 12 pages of line items of revenues. And then we also had 20 pages of the money going out. So you make something up in December based on past history, and you're not going to get it right. Okay, you're not. You're going to get it close, but you're not going to get it right. And we've been told that we have to make these adjustments from your original budget that was submitted. Now tonight, here's a couple examples of the emergency audits or the emergencies that we had today. A car loan, okay? We got an OSDA loan for a police cruiser, okay? We didn't know we were going to get this loan. Jesse's out there humping, trying to get loans and grants. We don't know all that. We're going to try. But when we get it, we now have to make an adjustment because, additional revenue's coming on in. There was another one here. You got to accept the money coming in for a cruiser, and then you got to approve an ordinance for it going out and getting spent for that cruiser. All right, so that's two of them. One of them was a transfer in from the police levy. What was the other one here? Loans that was coming in and going out. The donation that Mike talked about today. You don't really think Toyota's going to cough up $7,013, but it was. So you have to make that adjustment of it coming on in. Repairs for the vehicle. A lot of this stuff you can't sell in vehicles. All this stuff is public records. And if anybody has any questions about it, you could come on up, fill out a public record, or ask somebody if they still have it from their packet. They could show you what it is, a little bit further detail than some of the, we go by titles up here on some of these things to try and make it quicker. But you're dead on, there's way more, but it's also us being aggressive, pursuing grants, us pursuing, donations, all right? And investing that money as a smart community investment. I'll use that tagline later. But very good, Tom. Thank you. Appreciate your support.
It's also a better way of keeping us transparent with the public of how our money's being spent.
One other quick thing, if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Barktoberfest at the dog park, 1 to 4, the 13th of October.
Anybody else for new business? All right. Took care of the transfers. We would need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damerman?
Yay.
I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damerman?
Yay.
Our next meeting is Thursday, October 17th, 2024 at 7 p.m. This meeting is adjourned.